Hello everybody, today is the 29th of June and as always we will tell the pen story. This pen story has changed a lot of people's lives. We should like to why something happened to our life and how we can create or manifest our dream life in a real certain way. So are you ready? Let's get started. What is this? It's a pen. What do we use this pen for? To write. Now there is a dog inside the room. I'm going to read this in front of the dog. What does the dog do? The dog probably was neighborly got you the shade. Does the dog see this one as a pen? No. So for the dog, this one is not a pen, but for the human, this one is a pen. So who is correct, the dog or the human? The answer is both are correct. For the dog, this one is a chewing toy, while for the human, this one is a pen to write. The dog is correct in the dog world, and the human is also correct in the human world. So that is our first lesson, both are correct. Now, let's imagine that there is a table in front of me. So I'm going to put this thing on the table. And then both the dog and I will walk out the room. So inside the room, there'll be no human, no dog. What does this thing become? It is still a pen or chewing toy. Or it becomes too thin. It becomes neither, right? Not a pen, neither a chewing toy. And it's almost nothing. And the ancient wisdom called this one as the emptiness. The emptiness is actually a very magical definition. As we understand the emptiness, we'll be able to achieve anything in our life, just like Ishmael Roche applied the emptiness into his business and was able to build a business with a revenue of $250 million a year. He is also able to help several refugees. So what is the emptiness? Why is it so magical? Let's go back to the page story, okay? This thing we call it on the table. When there's no human, no dog, nothing to interact with, it comes back to true self, we call it the emptiness. So the emptiness is not, a nothingness. It's not blackness, not darkness. The emptiness is true self, it doesn't interact with anyone. Just like each and every one of us, we all have the emptiness, whether we are human, animal, object or trees. We all possess the emptiness when we don't interact with anyone or anything. But then in reality, we always interact with someone or something, right? So we always has that potential of become anything or anyone, depending on who or what is looking at us at that very moment. And that is also what the emptiness is about. So what do I mean by that? Let's go back to the picture, okay? So as soon as I come back to the room and I look at this becomes a pen. When the dog comes back to the room and the dog look at this becomes a chewing toy. And when both the dog and I come back to the room and look at this, the very same time as this thing becomes something, a pen for me and a chewing toy for the dog. So a simple thing when there's no human, no dog, nothing to interact with. You come back to choose some called the emptiness. But because it has the emptiness, it also has the potential of become anything or anyone depending on what's looking at this at the very moment. So that is our second lesson. Along with the emptiness, we all have limitless potential. Now I see this as a pen. So does this pen coming from me or does this pen coming from the thing? This pen is actually coming from me. Why am I so certain? Because this thing is the pen itself, the dog or anything in this entire universe will have to say it for what it is, which is a pen. Does it not see this one as a pen? No. So that's why this pen is coming from me. This pen is coming from my mind, and everything is actually coming from our mind. So that is the third lesson. Everything is actually coming from our mind. Now we all agree that this pen is coming from my mind, right? So I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to believe this one become a diamond, okay? So please bring with me. Diamond, diamond, diamond. It's still pen. So what in my mind that forced me to see this as a pen but not a diamond? There are certain that our mind that the ancient wisdom call as cover. When we see something, we certain that our mind pop up, open up and cover this and made us see it for what had been planted earlier into our mind. So who planted those into our mind then? Only you can plant the seed into your mind, and only I can plant the seed into my mind. How can we do it? We reflect three ways: about words, about actions, about thoughts to other people. So for instance, I'm going to hold on to this. I'm going to say that I have the pain, would you like to have this pen? And when my friend say, yes, please, I'm so happy to give this to my friend, but I want I can help my friend. So when I do this can open up in both me and my friend will see it and store living in my mind. A couple of days later, when I see this, I recognize this one as a pen, which means that the seed of the pen is open, planted into my mind. And I power up, open up, and cover this and made it see it from what had been planted only into our mind. And this is how a pen become a pen, and it is around us become what and who they are to us. In pen story, there are several meaningful lessons. Today we will learn over 4 different lessons. The first lesson is build the correct, so we learn to respect each other's opinion. We learn to respect each other's choices, and we also learn to listen to each other with a compassionate heart. The second lesson is, along with the emptiness we all have, learn this potential. So trust your potential, trust the potential of everyone and everything about you, and trust the potential of whatever happened to you. The third lesson is everything is actually coming from the decisions out there. So be 100% responsible to whatever happened to us. We don't blame anyone because in the end, we are the only one who can plant the seed into our mind. And the last and final lesson is how to create or manifest our dream life in a very certain way. So first, you have to know what you want to create, to want to achieve in your dream life. And then second, we start planting those seeds in our work, our action, our thoughts for other people. You want to have happiness, plant the happiness that is in your work, your action, your thoughts from other people, helping other people to be happier. If you want to have prosperity, then use your word, your action, your thoughts for other people, helping other people to be more prosperous. And just like that, whatever that you want, making sure you use your word, your action, your thoughts for other people. And the lesson that I want to show you all today is, is that as you, I'm not sure you noticed, but then throughout the pen story, I think at least there are two parts that I'm kind of not sure even now. When I was thinking about the second story, the second lesson of the pen story, I'm not sure if I repeat myself the second part, but I think that might be like right now. This my mind is still a bit foggy, and it is weird. It's weird. Like I'm not sure where that thought come from. Like if I do exercise, I feel good. But then there would be a little lingering of the fatigue. But I don't do it, it would be even worse. So I'm not sure whether this is coming from my fatigue for being able to not being able to sleep a lot, or not being able to, or is that coming from me over doing exercise? So that is something I'm trying to see, and hopefully I will be able to figure it out soon. But I think that, but then I'm trying to do like every single day if I go to work, I will try to get up at 5 o'clock and run. And then for the weekend, I will take a rest with my family. I try to maintain that life, that routine, because I think it will be beneficial for my health and for my family as well. So thank you everyone for listening to me today. Thank you Allah for accompanying me in this 2008 journey. And by me sharing the pen story, my lessons something good, I would like to dedicate that to my dearest family, to my friends, to my co-workers, and to my neighbor, and to anyone that with love, wisdom, and gratitude. Thank you so much. Bye bye everyone.